Como é que é, maltinha? Bem-vindos a mais um pod. Mais um pod ao Benfica, mais um pod. Não tinha nada a fazer. Eu não tinha nada a fazer, manos. É pá, eu pensei, olha, foda-se, vem para aqui falar do Benfica. Não tinha nada a fazer, manos. É domingo. Como é que é, relatos? É domingo. Temos aqui os nossos convidados, não é? Maria, do you wanna introduce yourself, man? Tell me who you are.
Olá, sou Mário.
You can speak English, Portuguese, Spanish, Indian.
Posso fazer os dois. Tu deves saber, eu faço o Benfica After 90, muitas vezes o meu amigo aqui, colega Luís,
It's all
aqui.
professional.
Tudo profissional, é muito super fixe, é como os miúdos gostam de dizer. Is that still a thing? Os miúdos ainda
Super
dizem
fixe,
super fixe.
bué fixe, meu.
Fixe. That's a
Bué,
new one now,
yeah,
eh?
swag.
Swag, boy. So I'm still super fiche from like a decade ago.
Yeah, super fixe is not bad.
It's okay. And yeah, we're got us both here. I got my lovely wife with us here.
Yeah, are you gonna speak for her as well? Introduce her for her?
I'll give her permission to talk.
Okay.
Gee, thanks. Don't even joke about that. People will believe you. Yeah, Eva's with me.
And
Yep. Wasn't able to put the kids in the shed, so she's here.
Oh, you read that then? Para quem não sabe,
I shared it.
eu pus no Instagram que ela ia pôr os meninos na shed para estar connosco aqui no live. Não pôs na shed.
No, wasn't fast enough.
You okay?
Yep.
All right. We forgot our friends. All right, these are our friends. You ready for our friends to pop up? Look at them.
Oh, yeah, Jamil.
Oh, so fucking happy. Look at them go. I fucking love these guys. Hey. You know, what I like the most is the lady. Right in the middle. She's all there.
I knew it.
She got me. She sold
she
me
got
these.
the clap. She got the clap going.
Vem aquela senhora ali no meio, manos. No meio, por baixo do 21, ali no meio. Está ali assim.
A senhora no meio.
It's like she's singing Linkin Park.
That's his future wifey.
That's future wife. He said,
Okay.
vai ser a mulher do Luís um dia.
I tell you what, yeah.
Tudo a saltar.
Tudo a saltar. All right.
And that's how he met his future wife.
Relatos na chat. Ele disse: Benfica empatou com o Tondela. Acho que é um bom começo. I think it's a good start for us.
Yeah, começa com isso.
Ladies first or gents first? You know, I'll tell you what, I'll let Cynthia decide. Cynthia, do you want to go first or do you want Mara to go first? We're going to talk about the last game.
Well, eu já falei disto no meu pod, Águias, e eu também vi os meninos no BA90 a falar disto, com o Luís também. Mas BA90, 90, the goats.
The goats.
Oh, I still have to do something. That's something.
But my biggest takeaway from the game was that we were rusty. However, we were in the same form that we went into this COVID break. So as crappy as that is, we are not in worse form, which was a possibility, but we're not in better form either. So that's my only positive takeaway.
That's the only positive, is that at least we're not worse, we're the same. No.
Because another team that we all dislike are in worse form, which was great to watch. But yeah.
Ok, I understand that. Basicamente, não estamos pior do que estávamos, por isso não está muito mal.
Yeah.
Alright, I get you. Mario, I know obviously...
It could be worse.
Yeah, exactly. It could be fucking better, couldn't it?
Yes, it could.
Okay, podia ser pior. Mario, I know we talk about this like every single day, but I'll hear your opinion one more time.
Yeah, why not?
Tell me one more time, Mario.
A gente está certo. A gente não era mais pior do que a gente estava quando a gente uns meses atrás, não é? Porque também uns meses atrás isso era o mais pior Benfica que eu vi na minha vida para o último decade.
Yeah.
A gente ganhar um jogo entre 8 jogos.
9.
Isso que...
Oh,
no,
now it's 9.
Agora 9. Mas quando a gente teve aquela break, toda a gente estava a dizer, a gente precisava este break, o Ferro estava aleijado, o Gabriel estava aleijado, os jogadores não estavam a jogar nada bem.
O Rafa também estava aleijado.
O Rafa não estava a perceber bem. Olha, nada está a trabalhar bom. Esta equipa não tem nada para ter contente, é uma merda agora. Isto é bom que tudo acabou. Agora eles podem ter 2, 3 semanas para encontrar. Isso é o pior do Benfica. Tu agora podes treinar, não pode ser mais pior. Estava certo, não era mais pior, era igual. Eles eram merda, ainda é merda.
Era a mesma merda.
Exato,
mais do mesmo. Mais da mesma merda.
Mais mesmo. Isso também para mim, a gente estava em casa, não sei, as pessoas às vezes dizem, não tinha déficit, mas também, olha, a Tondela é uma equipe muito fraquinha, muito pequenina. Tu apanhas os
They're feisty.
É feisty, mas tu apanhas os 11 da Tondela, todos os jogadores do Tondela.
Yeah.
O que é que eles pagam? Aqueles jogadores todos juntos não tem o valor de um jogador.
Sim.
Yeah. Não tem o valor do jogador, sabes? Só a coisa tem uma coisa tão grande diferença dos dois clubes. Os dois clubes também, o Tondela não estava a jogar também, eles não estavam a fazer nada.
Não,
também sabes, o Porto ganhou o jogo deles, a gente empatou o nosso jogo. Para mim, eu ficava chateado, mas também eu ficava, este ano é tudo podre, deixa. É por causa o Porto não ganhou o jogo deles, a gente apanhou a oportunidade para ser primeiro.
There was hope. There was a glimmer of hope.
Todos os benfiquistas, entre o Facebook, o Twitter, em casa, com as famílias deles, os amigos deles, viste o que é que aconteceu com o Porto? A gente pode ainda ganhar esta merda. A gente está a jogar tão mal. Mas agora a gente não pode pagar isto. Eles fizerem. Estragou tudo. A gente ficar. Ainda não acabou o ano.
Stop. As you're saying this, I need everyone to remember. Am I the only one with a memory? So, when we went into this break, toda a gente estava chateado com o Lage, toda a gente estava chateado com o Pizzi, toda a gente estava chateado com o Grimi e who's the other? Ferro. Everybody was mad at everybody. They were mad at every single person on the team. Julian Weigel wasn't fitting in. This, that, the other. Tarapt, yes, he's running, but he's the only one running. And he's not being used in the proper positioning. I don't know what we're looking for. Because Lage, he had this break, he did nothing.
Era uma coisa para perceber bem. A última vez o Benfica fez isso, onde eles só ganharam um jogo em 9, era em 2007. Mas também, em 2007, o treinador deles, quando perderem tantos jogos, foi-se embora. Não era um treinador que perdeu.
Who was that?
Sorry, eu não estou a dizer próprio. Quando era aquele ano, isso era o Kiki Flores.
Kiki Flores.
Isso foi ele. E then ele perdeu o emprego dele quando o ano acabou.
He left straight up,
Acabou quando... Mas a maneira eles estão a falar dentro do clube, o Lage é o nosso homem, ele assinou um novo contrato, vamos ficar com ele. Ele fica a pensar, isto era uns anos atrás. Isso não era bom.
Mas isso não é benfiquistas a falar. Isso é o LFV a falar. O Lage é o gajo.
Mas a mentalidade não é tão forte. Teve um tempo, anos atrás, teve uma mentalidade ainda deste clube, tem uma coisa assim acontecer, não é bom. Agora toda a gente fica, isso é normal, é só um jogo, acontece, a gente perde a chance, tem um jogo. Agora começa a ficar, a gente não, it's the fire, perdeu aquele fogo a equipa tinha, sabes? Teve um tempo aí. Como estas pessoas aqui embaixo agora, olha estes fogos que têm.
We're going to take some time to thank everybody that is watching. Obrigado a todos que estão aí. Sei que já não pode há muito tempo, mas obrigado ao Wilson, ao Martim. Pouco, já não vi há muito tempo. Um grande abraço para ti. Relatos, obrigadão. Pedro, também obrigado por estás aí. Martim said the Tondela game was the first one after a period of just not, without rhythm, without the players haven't really trained. They haven't deserved their place. What he means by that is that you haven't been training consistently to deserve a spot in the team. When they turned up, it was like, ok, tu tens aquele bonito. Ruben, tu ficas. Jardel, a piquenha estava boa, tu jogas. André Almeida, chouriço, ok, pode jogar. Grimaldo, I like Spain. And I think that's... Foi como eles foram escolhidos. Foram escolhidos, em português a gente diz, foram escolhidos a dedo. Né? Foram escolhidos a dedo, foi assim. Queria perguntar, I'll do it in Portuguese, not in English. Queria perguntar se houve um jogador do jogo contra o Tondela, do Benfica, que tenha tido, na vossa opinião, nota positiva? Tenha jogado bem ou tenha surpreendido na vossa opinião? Mario, you can go first on this. Did you answer the question, Cynthia?
Yeah, no, which which guy was that you like the most, that kind of played well?
Yeah, basically, guys, I understand. A guy that surprised you.
No, I'm confirming for myself.
Yeah.
Confirming for myself. Para mim olha, eu não penso que ele teve um jogo. Sabes, eu não penso que ele teve um jogo bom. O Taarabt, eu gostei dele. Eu penso que ele estava dentro de uma posição mau. Lá está a tentar jogar o Taarabt com um segundo striker, um avançador. Ele é mais melhor daquele meio do campo, o box to box, ir para trás para a frente. Mas ele estava, ele foi a jogo a correr, ele foi a jogo a fazer um force. Não foi um bom jogo para ele, mas não estava, sabes, giving up in a sense. Eu gostei daquela energia ele trouxe. Para mim, o treinador, depois, isso não era onde ele deve estar a jogar, sabes? Eu penso que o treinador tem medo, ele tem o Weigl, o clube gostou muito de dinheiro. O Gabriel é um bom jogador, a gente também tem muito valor para ele. Então a gente gosta do Taarabt. Ele precisa jogar os dois jogadores, mas ele tem medo, ele não quer pôr um dentro de cintar, só põe os três.
Percebo.
Isso não é. Bem, isso era aquele gajo para mim, eu gostei. Também para mim, quando eu vi o Jardel, eu estava a pensar, este gajo nunca joga, ele já está perto do reformado. Mas ele teve um jogo ok, era um bom. Eu fiquei, sabes, às vezes quando estás a pensar muito pequeno, o que é que o gajo vai fazer? O gajo tem um jogo que é bom. Também o Tondela não estava aí atrás de gente muito. Mas também o Tondela não estava aí a fazer muito contra a gente, para a gente ver.
Nada, não fizeram nada. Fizeram 2 remates. Cynthia?
I'm just gonna refute Mario's position on Jardel. When you have no basic standard for the guy, of course he's going to exceed your expectations.
That's all I'm saying.
I didn't expect anything from him. Sorry, Jardel. You've got the captain's armband. Thanks. Anyways. Taarabt, he did not stop running. So I was impressed with that, especially since, some people always pick on him and call him chubby, but he stayed in shape this whole time. For me, I think the actual most improved player was Julian Weigl.
Fuck you.
He improved his actual gameplay. So I was very pleased with him. And then again, he was pissed when he was subbed off.
Yeah, I saw that, and I said when he got subbed off, because I was saying to my mum just before he pinged the pass to, I think it was Grimaldo, just pinged it, and I was, oh fuck, look at that, and then he got subbed off after, and I was like, yo, he played that 20 million game. If you bought that player and that was his first ever game, you'd think, I know why we paid 20 million. E o que eu estou a dizer é que se o Weigl tivesse feito aquele primeiro jogo, se o jogo que jogámos contra o Tondela tinha sido o primeiro jogo do Weigl, ou Eagle, nós percebemos que ele custou 20 milhões. Just going to read the chat a little bit. Martin's got a question. It's a tough question. It's a tough question because, like, I don't even know myself. I don't know myself, right? So,
Martin's minhas bolas.
I want to say in English first and in Portuguese. Okay. So basically, Martin, Pedro's always been a little argumentative in a good way towards each other when it comes to the chairman. Who should be there? Should Vieira leave? Should he stay? Right. The question that Martin asked was, who would you vote for? Right. For me, it's very simple. I don't want Vieira to be there, but I also don't want to vote for for a nobody. I don't, you know what I mean. So you know what? I know. Mario wants to go. Mario, go on. No, because I know.
Olha, para mim, muitas pessoas já sabem como eu penso. Obrigado por tudo que fizeste, Luís Vieira. Ele fez muito. Também para mim, o presidente do Benfica, a história deste clube é só um como tu digas, a servant. É uma pessoa ele trabalha para os benfiquistas, o presidente. Ele faz uma vez 4 anos. Isso é um termo do presidente. É só o que eles fazem. Às vezes apanham mais um segundo, mas o Benfica, nunca da história do Benfica é ter um chefe, porque isto é um clube de sócios, é um clube de personal. Não é só o presidente, é os treinadores. Agora tu olhas os clubes gajos como o Shell, o Rui Costa, os jogadores já teve muito tempo dentro do Benfica, estão a ajudar o clube, diretores, tem muitas pessoas que fazem este clube. É um clube de pessoas. E com o Luís Vieira isso mudou. Agora não é o clube das pessoas, o Benfica é o presidente. 15 anos, quantos anos ele teve? A gente nunca teve um presidente por tanto tempo.
12 agora mais 3.
Agora ele usa coisas como o BTV e outras coisas para ter controle.
Propaganda.
É muito difícil agora para ninguém. Se uma pessoa é esperto e quer ser presidente, tu queres ter medo, porque tu falas da tua boca. Ele tem tanto controle deste clube agora. Isto não é um clube dos sócios, não é um clube dos benfiquistas, não é um clube de toda a gente, é o clube dele. E é só os amigos dele que têm toda a power. Tu tens mesmo cuidado, porque se tu não ganhas aquela coisa com o Luís Vieira, tu acabas o tempo dentro deste clube. Eu já estou indo a um ponto, I don't care. Tem que ser uma pessoa diferente. Pode ser uma outra pessoa. Sabes, a coisa é muito bonita dentro deste clube. É que tu não gostas da pessoa dar aparece, a gente pode pôr uma outra pessoa. Por a ideia este gajo agora, a gente tem muitos negócios com os prédios, o valor do dinheiro dele está aí mais alto, nunca está a explicar onde o valor dele está a crescer. Tem muitas pessoas a falarem das companhias da Benfica está agora a fazer com o SAD, os amigos do Luís Vieira, começa a ter uma coisa...
Agent scandals?
É só agora eu gostava uma coisa mais fresca, sabes? Agora o nome eu não sei quem é, para mim é só it's anyone de Vieira, é a minha mentalidade agora.
Alright.
Porque eu penso que não tem, olha, sabes quando o Luís Vieira fala mais forte? É quando tem uma election. Quando a election acaba, ele vai para trás, não importa, é ok. A gente pode ser o último em Liga dos Campeões, é ok, tudo é ok. Para os últimos dias, agora ele está a começar a falar, porque tem uma election coming up. Ele não estava a falar uns meses atrás, ele não estava a falar o último ano. Sabes, para mim ele está muito too comfortable. Isso é a maneira que eu estou a pensar.
É verdade, está muito confortável. Cindy, do you agree? Concordas?
Yeah, concord. And I know some people will start with, oh, you want to go back to the 90s? Stop. This is not LFVFC. Isto é SLB. Eu não sou sócio dele. I'm socio of the club, so it's enough. But he has positioned himself where there's no one against him. And if there are people against him, he makes them look bad. And that's not right. And there's so many scandals regarding the construction, right? Okay. Money goes into construction, money from the scouts. The scouts quit because they're not being listened to. He's just moving people based on agents. And we don't even have to go that far. We all liked Mitroglou. He got rid of him because he needed to showcase Raul Jimenez, because Raul Jimenez is going to be the biggest sale ever. It's enough. We are not a kiosk channel. We are not a kiosk club. Stop it. So it's enough.
O exemplo é aquele Kyle Lucas. Porque o clube como o Benfica vai atrás de um gajo desse? Era só para pagar um agent dinheiro. Era uma moda do nosso clube a tirar dinheiro fora das nossas contas para dar para um amigo, uma pessoa. Porque aquele jogador nunca tinha valor, nunca tinha uma coisa mais para a gente. Isso é aquelas coisas que está a acontecer agora. And I don't know. So that's my take.
Right.
Out of curiosity, between you said Pedro or Martin. Which end do each of them stand? Does one of them does one of them have LFE tattooed on him? Or?
Pedro, não percebes inglês, eu vou dizer. O Mário está a dizer para deixares no chat a tua opinião. Para qual é que queres? Vais para o Luís Vieira ou vais para outro? E Martin, tu percebeste o que o Mário perguntou. I want to ask you, it's the same question, but I just want you to be more objective. You have to vote. Who would you vote for? You have to vote. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you
Are we allowed to just write a name?
No. In the elections, what I would do, I would honestly, and this is really tough to do, is I'd vote for whoever's getting the most momentum. I honestly don't care. I'm at the point where if you take the list of guys that are running against Luís Vieira, right up to the election day, whoever sounds that's picking up the most momentum against Luís Vieira, I'd bank the vote there. Because the problem is he got his core vote. It's like 4 guys, right? Is it 4 or 5?
Well,
get the names.
Until now, I think it was only 4. Yeah. Unless it's
4,
5
okay.
now.
So you got Luís Vieira, let's say...
Pedro não.
Yeah. So let's say Luís Vieira has 30 of the vote.
Yeah.
And the other guys get 20, 20, 20. Luis Vieira wins. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
He doesn't have majority vote, but he can kind of win by the default. That's why, to me, it's like the other three are going to split the vote. So that's why you pick the one that has the most likelihood to go, and you just try to push that one through. Because it's almost a case where it doesn't matter. It's just I'm in a mindset that I want him out. I need something to change.
So,
I need the mentality change.
Okay, so just to like sort of in Portuguese, just to give it a little bit of an idea in Portuguese. Rua Luís Vieira, aí vem outro que tenha mais que tenha bom projeto. Yeah, that's it. Vieira, in your opinion, Vieira's out. There is no way you'd vote for Vieira again.
No, because for me,
I haven't.
I mean,
so that
I haven't either.
Não, but a coisa para mim, eu quero uma pessoa that tenha aquele fogo para ganhar outra vez.
All right.
That's all you said.
I'd like them to continue some of the programs he does. I like the Seixal. I like pushing into the youth. I like the modalidade. With the modalidade, though, I do have some hang-ups for the modalidades that are not feasible. Like, I've heard a couple of things like camping and, cards and darts.
Yeah.
I don't mind if the casas are doing modalidade and they're able to have enough revenue that they can keep each other going. You know what I mean? But there are some, if we're just funding them, we need to take a look at that because that's not viable. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sorry.
But otherwise, there are some projects I really do appreciate of his and continue them. You don't have to undo everything he's done because not everything's been shitty. It's just there's some shady stuff and it's enough.
Yeah. You see, the reason I asked you this question, right? I'm in the same level as Martin. I'm in that level where like I don't know these other guys, right? And I don't feel like again they might until like Mario said until they actually play their cards and show us what they've got. They seem like so unprepared for this shit, right? And that's what Martin's saying. Like,
but dude, I'm asking, was LFV ready when he took presidency? Because everyone acts like he's the best guy. Neither was I. That's the thing. I don't remember him coming in.
No, but he I don't think anyone is, and the problem is with the way this is
with Villarin, right? Because he came in with Villarin.
Yeah, the only difference though with this is that you'll never have anyone that looks ready, because at the end of the day, the guys control the club for so long. Like before, we used to have a lot of different directors that were like really key look in the running. There's a lot of turnover. You'd have guys that would be the president, back to director, back to, you'd have a lot of rotation. Like it was always fresh ideas. Yeah. Now, his closest inner circle's not running, so typically you'd have the top guy, this circle. It's like a pyramid, right? The way everything works. Like now, before you always had this top guy, his main guys, and there'd be a rotation. This guy goes for 4 years, steps down. This guy goes, and there's always like different names. Now, none of these guys go, like the top guys don't go against them. So you have these guys on the outskirts. Like as each year goes by, each election goes by, it's someone further and further away because no one can go in. Plus,
and again, they
changed the rule, didn't they? They also sorry, I was going to say they also changed the rules on who can run now, because before it used to be people can run, but now you need 25 years, which I'm pretty sure Luis Vieira wouldn't have qualified for when he ran, right?
No, of course not. No.
Like so they've switched the rule.
Who would?
I heard it was even more than 25.
25 years as a socio. I thought you have to have at least that.
At least that. All right.
At least that.
Right, Mario, we got to make sure the kids are really at when they were born and then let them run when they're 20.
Martin wants Rui Costa to be the... How do you feel about that?
Yes, me too, but I haven't heard that he wants to run.
Não, sabes a coisa? Agora, eu não sei. Eu gostava, mas também...
Rui Costa fosse presidente? Gostavas?
Eu gostava. I wouldn't be opposed to it. But I hear a lot of the blame right now is what things aren't working the past few years is either Luis Vieira or Rui Costa. Like I've had a lot of people tell me that Rui Costa is at fault. Some people say it's Luis Vieira.
It's got to be, I mean, in a certain way, em alguma maneira ele também tem bocado de culpa. Quem está à frente do Benfica tem culpa. A culpa é do Benfica, não é? Portanto... Not, everybody's at fault. Even we are, in some stages,
faz o Shell. Shell pode ser presidente. Aquele gajo a vida dele é do clube.
Okay. So, let's go deep a little bit more, right? In your minds, right? What makes a a good president, chairman, whatever, CEO. You know, what would make? I want Cynthia to go first. I don't want Cynthia to copy Mario's idea here. Cynthia, in your opinion, this is just your opinion.
Copy?
No, I'm just saying. Because I know you guys are a couple. I know you're passing the notes like this and stuff.
You know, at bedtime before bed, that's all we talk about.
You know, the guys.
Yeah, fun fact. This is pillow talk.
the guys down there.
You guys are bedtime right now here.
These guys down here, they've been telling me like these guys have been passing notes up and stuff. You know, careful.
So passing notes.
Yeah, you know, like like you did in school. It's like, would you go out with me? Yes.
Since
no,
the counting
maybe.
class, we've been passing notes.
Please tell me you've done that. Like, would you go out with me? Yes, no, maybe. And then you give him the paper, and then it says maybe, and you think.
I don't think you wrote me any.
What have I done?
Any notes?
We had notes.
Of course we had notes.
You wrote me love letters after we were dating, but I don't think you wrote a. Will you go out with me?
Yeah,
yes.
No. Well,
no.
It doesn't work.
I just turned around and caught you checking out my ass. That's about it.
Okay, so.
On that note.
On that note, kaboonch. The guys are going crazy like this, singing, waving a scarf. Right, so.
Hello, they're all celebrating.
Damn.
The perfect chairman for you. Let's go. Or president. I don't care. Whatever.
Parts of LFV.
What parts?
And
the
then
eyes,
just
the legs.
We're gonna cut off the scandal. Maybe smaller ears. No, I'm kidding. I don't care about his ears. I really don't.
No, he's a yeah, go on.
I gotta be honest. Like, I would love if Rui Costa took over. I would. I love Rui Costa, but I hear people say, "Oh, he's part to blame." Well, I love the man, and I loved him as a footy player, and then I love that I see him at the club. He has a bit of that Eusebio to me. You know what I mean? Like a little bit of that. I support the club. The club is me. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I love that. And LFE, I don't feel that. So that's why parts of LFE with regards to funding Seixal, continue funding most of the modalidade. I like the development. I don't like the extra scandals on the side. Yeah. And I don't like when he gets very protective and then he gets to stay in this little bubble that he's created. You need to have give and take, and you need to have constructive criticism. You need to be able to have that where you're talking to socios, not just talking at them, but listening to us as well. You know what I mean? Like, there are plenty of times, and you'll know this from like any of my friends who are not Benfiquistas, they know that I joke about emails all the time because I'm like, it's funny whenever I email Benfica for any help because I'm a socio in another country, I don't get a fucking email back. Yeah. The only emails I get is that my quotas are due. So I'm like, I don't know that they do emails, guys. I highly doubt it.
I said this as well.
Just being facetious.
Obviously, you both know that Lucio Vieira had an interview, a very long one, on Benfica TV. And it was funny because I was watching it and I was on call with Melo because we were sorting out the BA90 pod, right? And we were just chatting, and I was thinking, hold on a minute. So we see ourselves as an international football club. You know, we have fans all over the world.
Supposedly.
But we can't even subtitle an interview done with like the freaking main men. Because I was translating it to Melo, and at the same time I was thinking, why am I doing this? Like, surely the club should think we have people that don't speak Portuguese and they still are like fans. People that, you know, I don't know, that their grandfather was a huge Benfiquista. He moved to Australia or Canada or America, and now they don't really speak Portuguese that well, especially if somebody talks to them really quick.
Well, I'm an expat, and I'm in a country that has two other languages, so it's English and French. Yeah. And so, yes, French and Portuguese are similar, but I've lost some of my Portuguese. It happens. And so it's like, come on. And then even further to what you're saying, not only are there no subtitles, but I once received a little survey on the satisfaction of my order from the loja, and then I received a secondary survey after I paid my quotas, and it was like, what do you think of the perks this year on the quotas? What do you think of any international socios? And I was like, well, I am an international socio, so I think it's great that you're getting money from me. And then the next one was like, do we cater to international socios, and if so, how do you think we should? And I was like, what do you mean, do we cater to them? First off, any of these perks, I'll tell you right now, Mario and I, We both have socios. We each have our cards, and then the kids have theirs. So there's 4 socios in this house.
Yeah.
When we go to Portugal, I forget to use it every time. I don't get a discount on gas. I don't go to the hospital. I don't have insurance. I am getting no perks. You're just getting free money from me. So that's when, like, what are you giving me? Nothing. I get a discount? Thank you. Half the time, I get shipping, which is more than the damn order was. And then sometimes there's shit missing. So I'm like, what do I get, guys? What do I get? English. Thanks for the discount.
Yeah. It's not, no, I get you. It's not great. You don't really get much out of it. You know, I haven't been a sausage for that long. I've been a sausage for long enough, I guess. And the other day I got a letter from Lucio Vieira, right? And I got it, and I was like, oh, look, a letter from Benfica. And I felt so freaking like, I thought, oh, shit, dude. You know, and then I was thinking, wait, hold on a minute. Oh, yeah, Marius popped out for a little bit, screwed up my camera.
I told you, it's just it's that laptop. Wait. I don't know what it is.
Give me 2 seconds. Let me make sure he gets back into his little box. Hey, look at that.
Hey.
He's fucking happy as fuck. You know, the scalps are going around. He's fucking back. But yeah, so your man would be Rui Costa. Someone like Rui Costa would be the man for you.
For me?
Guys, I named our firstborn after him. Yes, I love the man.
You named your first
That's a good name. Rui.
Your first what?
My firstborn is Rui.
Okay.
I named my firstborn child after that man.
We like the name Rui.
Okay, so Mario, go.
Oh, for me, okay. So your original question, I'm going to say this in English so I get it straight. Is basically what are the qualities of a leader, the type of person, and just high level. I think this applies to everything in life. It doesn't matter if the chairman or president of a club, a leader of a country, a leader of a corporation, a leader of a community.
Just a leader. Yes.
A leader in general isn't a jack of all trades, isn't an expert. What they're a person that has like a vision, a goal, and they can delegate. So they can say, you know, hey, I'm not the coach. I'm not the player on the pitch. So I need players on the pitch. Am I a scout? No. So I'm going to go hire good quality scouts that I believe in. I'm going to trust their judgment so they can get me players. Lucio Vieira doesn't listen to the scouts. We've had scouts come out that have quit because he doesn't listen to them. So he doesn't.
He's got a reason for that, apparently.
But so the next one is, you know, the manager side, same thing. It's like, okay, I'm not the manager. I'm not the guy on the side. You know, I'd love to be in La La Land, but a leader goes, are you the best manager for this club? If not, vai pra rua, playing another someone that's he delegates it all, and basically, and you surround yourself with people, and you take opinions, and you take criticism, and you make it very transparent. You got to have like a group of people that's very transparent for the decision process to say, why do we have Bruno Lage? Yeah. Why are we going to keep him? You know, well, the reason we got him is X, 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 and here's the other people I'm listening to that are confirming that this is good or bad. But the moment you don't give transparency, you don't kind of give rationales to why'd you sign Kyle Lucas? It's none of your business. It's like, okay, well, now I don't trust you as a leader, right? So it's the transparency. And specifically to Benfica to have that desire to win, you know, like I'll be honest, I don't think this 1-9. I don't penso tem vergonha when we have these bad results. Like quando ele tá
he didn't have vergonha with Champions League and Rui Vitória. That was his man.
A gente tá a jogar contra o Porto, não tá a brincar o Candy Crush do telefone, a dormir, não tá like tu sabes, if era o Rui Costa, tu sabes o Rui Costa.
With sexting, how dare you?
Yeah. But eu uso o Rui Costa é exemplo. Pode ser Nuno Gomes, pode ser uma outra pessoa, pode ser uma pessoa diferente. But tu sabes, tem umas pessoas que teve a volta deste clube, that if eles gerem o presidente, o Benfica perde, eles não ficavam contentes. Eles ficavam como a gente, sabes, como a gente não dorme bem, a gente não sinta bem quando o Benfica não ganha um jogo.
A cara do Rui Costa, quando o Rui Vitória estava a falar, lembras-te dessa cara?
Às vezes, sabe, tem uma coisa, orgulho, tem uma coisa, fire. Só precisa fire para o clube, e também precisa aquela habilidade de dizer, eu não sou o mais melhor de tudo. O meu trabalho é só para encontrar a mais melhor pessoa para ser o best scout, para ser o best treinador, para ser o youth manager.
Take their advice too. Yeah. Don't just place them there. Take the advice when they give it. Yes.
Yeah, apparently he said that.
I may be copying Mario's ideas.
No.
I don't know if I muted you or if you're muted.
Who am I?
Yeah, I think you're
I'm muted. Yeah, I was just.
there we go.
Joking
Damn,
around,
2 seconds. Just, it was quick. It was just for 2 seconds.
having a little bit.
Best part of the pod.
Just chilling. Mario popped out, and then he popped back in, and Cynthia's lagging a little bit now, so we get to see.
Oh, great!
Great. Cynthia 2 times, which is great. So yeah, basically, right, we got nowhere, right, because we have no fucking clue. Luis Vieira is gonna stay there, right, with all these assets, with all the power he has in the club. He's gonna stay there. I don't see him, even if I voted for somebody else. I don't think I will vote unless it sort of gets sent to me, or I can go to London.
Yeah, we have an ability to vote, right? The thing is, it's not easy for us to vote.
If
right?
they do it on a website, they'll probably crash it, because that's what they know how to do.
That's what happens.
That's something they can handle so well. If you can, you know what? Betting. There should be betting, not just on the games, but on a website. Will it crash in the next hour? In the next 2 hours? In the next 3 hours? And you just place a bet, right? And then you can redeem those points in the shop. Because every time I want to use the website, I mean, it only worked a couple times, dude. Every day.
Isso é um exemplo de uma coisa. Ok, o website não trabalha bem. Isso é por muitos anos isso. Tu és o presidente. O Luís Vieira não é um IT guy. I doubt he knows how to set up an iPhone, let alone setting up a website, like running that stuff. But after the first, second, third time, you'd think he'd go and call up whoever at Benfica runs IT and go, who the fuck is in charge of this? I'll give you one more shot. If this website crashes again, you're fired. In the meantime, I'm going to make some calls, and I'm going to tell them there's potentially a vacancy for your position, because I don't trust you to fix this shit. So you better fix this shit. And they don't. I think it's this lack of, and that's the frustration now with the club lately. It's the little things, and when you get a lot of little things wrong, they add up. You know what I mean? It
snowballs. Yeah.
When we put it all in the same bowl, right? Cynthia said that we barely get any perks from being a socio, right? An interview is made, and it doesn't even translate to English. Just one language, just English, right? You go to Portugal and
same thing with Benfica Play. They said, "Oh, it'll have translations and whatever on there."
Yeah, so
months before any of that happened.
Then you go to Portugal and you find out that being a socio doesn't guarantee you a seat there anymore, unless you have a red pass, unless you and the website to buy tickets, which would make it easier for everybody outside of Portugal, doesn't work, and no one cares. So when you put it all in a ball, it means anything out of Portugal or not to do, nationally.
Anything out of Lisbon.
And in that little ball, you put the Champions League, because Europe don't fucking count, and it makes a lot more sense. It's everything that is not in Portugal for this. I wouldn't even say Vieira, I would say for everybody, because somebody will do something about it.
Yeah.
But, you know what? We'll just concentrate on what's ours in Portugal and our marketing in Portugal.
And he said,
I don't mind that, but you have to think.
Teve tempo este clube era, o que é que eles gostam de dizer, o maior do mundo, não é? There's the point that they talked about the Guinness Book of World Record for the most socios or members.
Yeah.
That was years back. But then lately, in the last few years, there's this inward turning, saying, well, let's, I'm going to focus on maybe some of the local modalidades to pick up some votes here, votes there. Just batten down the hatches and thinking small and not thinking big. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating. The socio thing you bring up.
When was the last time we went? Do you remember the last time we were there? I was at the counter, and we were paying our socios and signing up Rui and stuff like this.
Oh, that was years back. That was years back, yeah.
And it was at the little red lodge, outside the lodge is the socio area, right? So I'm at the socio office, and I was like, I just want to let you guys know, as a socio from another country, the website is not user. And if there's no help whatsoever.
Not
so do you guys have any tips? It's not user friendly. There's this weird code it asks for.
Lately it's gotten better, but it's still a disaster.
Yeah.
Don't lie. It hasn't gotten better. Do you want me to read out all of the Agia tweets and all the DMs we get from people in the Netherlands, people in Australia, people in America? Hey girls, how do I pay my socio? Or hey girls, how do I get tickets? it's not better because we are not official Benfica anything, and we are getting messaged because official Benfica stuff doesn't answer. But like telling them in person, I'm not lying to you, there were 3 people sitting there, and they all 3 just shrugged. I was like, Portuguese customer service is my favorite thing. Here's my money, bye.
Here's my money, bye. I just like the way.
Here's my money, bye.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Do we believe, right, in Lage? Do we still have that in belief? Because we've covered Luís Vieira. We know where we stand with him now. What about Lage? Do we still feel like this could be the manager? Because I know me and Mario had a...
Olha, eu vou depressa. Para mim é não. É
Big
simple.
no?
É não.
Big regardless of anything he does in this current season.
Even if olha, if ele ganha a título, because o Porto é mais pior do Benfica, ele está a ganhar por causa não é o Benfica mais pior, porque o Porto é mais pior.
Yep.
Eu penso que é que ele fez na Europa, que é que ele fez a Liga dos Campeões. There's no excuse for that. And para mim, I don't know. I don't see him. I don't see what he's trying to do anymore.
Right.
He's lost the message, and he's not vocal either. Olha, ele não é o Mourinho, but if you said o Mourinho, ele estava lá fora a falar, a dizer what the heck's wrong, trying to explain what the heck's wrong and what needs to fix. Jorge Jesus também would talk. If he wasn't liking something, he'd go. Like managers that are confident. I don't gosto de construção, but he'll come out and talk.
Even Rui started talking right at the end. He started saying a few things because he started realizing the players were playing.
Vitória.
Yeah.
His last 3-4 interviews, you could think. That's why Rui Costa was looking at him like this, because he knew like this guy.
I'd say he's getting frustrated, right?
This guy.
But the thing is, and then they fired him because all of a sudden he wasn't a yes man. He was trying to talk up.
That makes sense.
And a yes man is the thing that goes on with the president and directors and things of the sort. It's a bad mentality, but I think I want a non-yes man. I want a guy with some pride that cares about his job, and if the players don't show up, he'll actually give a shit.
Cynthia, what do you think? What do you say? You still believe in?
It's a conundrum because that's the thing. Like, I love the guy, and I love him as a person because, in contrast to JJ. And that's the one I'm going to compare to because RV, I liked RV. I thought he was a nice person, but then as a coach, obviously there were some shortcomings. And as a coach, clearly Lage has shortcomings. Now, if we compare to JJ, I thought JJ was such a troll. Nah. 4-4. Was that for, what are you doing? Why? Tim Sherwood wanted to punch this guy in the face. It wasn't nice. You know what I mean? And so for that sense of it, I prefer a nice coach that isn't trying to fight the other coach. As fun as it was sometimes. But he did speak up. And I mean, how many times did LFV just look at him like, God damn. And then eventually it was enough. And then, he ran his mouth at Sporting too. So it happens. But with Lage, and the conundrum that I'm in, do we even trust him to go back down to the youth team? You know what I mean? What would we still employ him? Would he be gone? Where would he go?
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? What's going to happen to him? Because with RV banked on it and went to the Middle East. What is Lage going to do? You know what I mean? And that's just me wondering what's going to happen.
I get you.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
And I'm just do we trust him with the youth? What do we do? Do we put him back down there? Because he's not doing the youth now. Where did Ferro go?
Do we send him to Arabia or something? Back to England, to Reading, the championship or something? Right.
Go play with Mourinho in the yard.
Martin agrees with what we said. He says to buy tickets outside. If you don't live in Lisbon and you want a ticket for Benfica, it's like an adventure. Because you need to have your links.
Olha, eu quero dizer mais uma coisa do sócio. Para mim, quando era mais novo, uma pessoa tem canadianos, eles falavam comigo e diziam: o que é esta coisa do sócio? Isso é diferente. Isso é uma coisa mesmo diferente. Eles não têm aqui. They don't have socios in Canada, America, Mexico. Também em Inglaterra não tem sócios. É uma coisa diferente. Aí eu disse: o Portugal não é um país rico. a gente todos gostam do Benfica, a gente todos pagam um bocadinho para ser sócios, a gente paga tudo um bocadinho. O Estádio Luz não pode ter todos os sócios dentro do Luz. A ideia é, a gente todos pagam um bocadinho todos os anos, os bilhetes não custam tanto. E num dia, quando eu quero comprar um bilhete, eu posso comprar. Também uma pessoa que trabalha dentro de um café, não faz muito dinheiro, eles podem pagar um bilhete dentro do Estádio Luz. E por muitos anos eu vejo aqueles programas, este fim de semana, 5 euros por um bilhete. Para mim, é bom. É para ter adeptos dentro do estádio. Agora, os últimos anos, mudarem para esta coisa do Red Pass. É só todos os bilhetes da Red Pass, um bocadinho para os sócios. E agora, o que é que eu estou a pagar? Porque a ideia é eu estou a pagar para o Red Pass ser mais barato, porque houve estas pessoas todos os Red Pass. Não custa muito para o meu Red Pass. É porque ninguém pode ter...
No, it was paid off by the Porto game this year.
So, a coisa para mim é...
Porto game was what, second, third?
Isso é a coisa que eu não gosto. Porque todas as pessoas do Red Pass vão dar o voto deles a Lúcio Vieira, porque ele está a dar dinheiro ainda do pocket deles. Às costas dos outros sócios, muitas vezes não podem fazer o voto. Porque as pessoas têm Red Pass, as pessoas...
It's what I was talking about.
Majority get Red Pass. There's some outside of Portugal. Majority are in Lisboa or à volta de Lisboa. Pessoas do Norte, pessoas em Terceira, pessoas in Madeira, pessoas in America. There's the odd one that gets it for just shits and giggles to be able to go to the game.
You don't even have to go that far. BTV, when we won that last championship, they had that little Japanese man. Do you remember? And they were like, Benfica. And they were like, and he's got his little socio and his Red Pass, and he's all excited. And I'm like, they are literally putting on TV the problem with Red Pass. Like, hello, he doesn't go to games. He went to the one game. You see the problem with Red Pass? We got to have the whole season just to have one game. Come off it.
Okay.
Right?
We've been here for 50 minutes. I want to move on to the last part of the show. We're going to have...
what shirt are you wearing?
We're going to play... Yeah, it's the last part of the show. We basically play strip poker. No, so...
Guess where my Benfica tattoo is!
So basically... we play Portimonense.
It's a game.
We play Portimonense on Wednesday, right? Would you be happy with the same 11? Would you want to see someone different? Just what you think about the game, who you want to see, and just man, and just obviously start to
what do you want to see?
I want Jardel on the bench.
On the bench?
So I need Jardel on the bench. Bring out Fer. You were all the youth, Mr. Lage. That was the point.
Can I just say, do you mean the park bench, or like the bench on the actual pitch, like
on the bus bench? Go to the bus. Go home.
Okay.
Give him a bus pass, some coin. Get out of here.
So you want to see Ferro back, yeah?
I want Ferro back. And yes, that's nice. And then nice. I need Pizzi. I know, I'm so sorry. Eva's like, look at my game. I see you. That's great. I need Pizzi to have a game off because he needs that sometimes. It's not fair to him to have to play every game. And yeah, I know they just came back. Yeah. But clearly he was not okay. And the whole Taja Visado, those people, shame on you if you didn't watch the pod yesterday. I have a huge rant for your type of people who vandalized. Don't do that crap. And then anyways, so just let them have a day off.
That shit up. That's not part of... That's why... we could talk about it.
Yeah, no, tune into the Aggies if you need to see a rant.
Yeah, if you want to see... Se querem ver as meninas a falarem dos ataques ao autocarro, passem embaixo, ali.
If you want me to yell at you, go watch as Aggies.
Deixa uma mulher a gritar.
Por aqui, as Águias.
If you want to hear another Portuguese lady yelling at you, go to as Águias.
Sorry, go on.
But yeah, so I think Pizzi needs to sit down. I'd like to see Weigl play the full game because I think he did well. I'd like to see Taarabt in the actual box-to-box. Don't put him up as a striker. And where was Vinny and where was Servi? I mean, what's happening, guys?
Vinicius was playing.
Yeah,
he played in the first half.
I couldn't see him. He was alone. He didn't have Servi or anybody with him. It was very sad. No.
Okay.
Sorry, Vinny. I like you. Turn up. Yeah. But Servi actually just didn't play. So I'd like to see Servi on the
We have a visitor.
Got a question.
We have a Manuel Simões. He says, how is it to dance to Tondela? I don't know if he's a Sporting fan, or a Porto fan, but they know how to dance to Tondela. So I ask you the same question, my friend. You've danced to them before, so you must know how it feels like. Mario, go on, brother. Who would you want to see?
They got yellow fever. Watch out.
Who would you want to see?
For me, the main change is how we line up. I agree. Two midfielders. We got Weigl, we got Gabriel, we got Taarabt. I needed the three. Pick two, and that's it.
Okay.
Instead, move Rafa next to Vinicius, put Servi out. So you have Servi on the wings, Pizzi on the wings. I feel Pizzi performs better when there's more room. When you put midfielders and you put Pizzi on the wing, it feels a little clustered. Pizzi doesn't perform to his potential. Rafa came back from injury and performed extremely well as a secondary striker. Came back scoring goals. They took that away. Servi was killing it on the wing. Bring back what worked, which was Servi on the wings, giving Pizzi some more freedom, putting Rafa next to Vinicius, and kind of let that work. And that'd be the number one thing. I'll be honest, I don't care if it's Ferro or Jardel. I think Jardel didn't have a horrible game, but at the same time, he wasn't really tested.
We're gonna have words later, sir.
Sleeping in a dog's house tonight, mate.
You go sleep in the shed.
I don't know. We'll see. I wouldn't mind seeing Ferro. I kind of don't understand why they didn't play in the first place. But yeah, man, let's kick Jackson Martinez's ass, right? That's
the one. We gotta beat them.
Yeah, let's take out Jackson Martinez. So I watched all the games and I saw Portimonense. He had a bad game. So let's have a bad game again, Jackson.
Yeah, he's had a bad game, but they actually did win 1-0 with a screamer. And on that note, I want to say, Manuel, we don't kill anybody, bro. We just here to chill and have a laugh. So, Tondela, they make some good music.
They're feisty. They're feisty.
Every now and then somebody has to dance to Tondela. So, it was our turn now.
Everybody has to bailando sometimes.
There you go. Sometimes you start with a Tondela and
you
bailando. Yo, I don't know if you guys want to add anything. Obviously, I think everybody knows who you are, where you're from. If you go after 90, this is Mello, right?
Mello. I'm Mello from California. You can tell by the hair.
It's sunny and everything. But yeah, so it's Mario if you go after 90. Check him out if you go after 90. Or M. Dot on was it M. Dot SLB, right? Yeah, it's there. It's there. M. Dot LCB on Twitter. And I don't know what he goes by on Snapchat, but you don't want to be sending pictures or videos of him.
No, you're gonna.
Yeah. Do you even have Snapchat?
I don't know.
Wait, what?
No, I don't have.
We gonna be having words, honey. Jardel, Snapchat. I'm taking notes.
Yes.
Notes.
And then you got Cynthia. She's his wife. Do you want to talk for her again?
Yes,
he's my Mario.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, so okay, because I know. So this is hard because I know every figure after 90 stand. Like I know who they are and what they're doing. But with the Zaggies, like, are you guys like going back to regular lives, or is it gonna be like when's your next video? Like, are you gonna do one after the next game? Are you gonna be doing one after the next game? Like, if people want to.
Yeah, we normally try for weekends because Nina is still essential. So we try to get the three girls together.
In other words, she's gainfully employed, and that's likely going to continue until she becomes gainfully unemployed.
Wow, that's tough. That.
Why are you the way you are? Like, just
she's in America. America's pretty cutthroat, man. Either you're in it or you're out of it. No middle ground, man.
Do you guys have anything else to add? Do you want to? I don't know, shout out to your mom, to your friends, I don't know, you're on TV. So
shout out to Louisa.
Yeah, Louisa.
Shout out to your mom.
I've been trying to get her attention, but she's not having any of it, so yeah. I wanted to, the whole show I've been trying to get a beer, and I'm like, I've muted my mic, I've muted this one, I'm just like, Mom, beer. Is that okay? It's been 58 minutes, I'm thirsty, I'm gonna go. So, I'm gonna do this Mellow style, right? So I'm gonna say bye to Cynthia, and then Cynthia's gonna go off.
Oh, you gotta do. Okay, let's see.
Thank you for having you.
That was hilarious.
All right.
Okay, you ready? I'm out.
Hey, no, you're not out. You don't have to touch nothing.
You're not out. He does the.
Not touch anything.
Fuck up the screens. He's trying to shut the screen. Yo, cooking and shit. It's like no.
I'm gonna ruin it. Are you ready? I'm hanging up.
Just don't touch anything. Cynthia, thank you for coming on. Absolute pleasure.
Thanks for having me, Louise.
Go and get the kids out of the shed. They've been there all this time. It's been an hour. They probably starving.
They're fine.
All right.
Ciao.
Bye. See ya. Okay, so that's Cynthia gone. Now we're gonna have Mario. Mario, mate. Again, always a pleasure to have you on, brother. It's like
always, buddy.
We do this either way. You know what I mean? We on it either way. So.
Carrega, right?
Carrega Benfica. Okay. And now it's just us. Just you and me. Oh, I pressed the wrong button! I pressed the wrong button! No, I'm got it. I got it. So Cynthia was back swiftly, then she went again, Mario went, and it's just me now, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you have a fantastic day, a fantastic week, and Carrega Benfica.